Hey folks, I'm HP and today is again time for smooth jazz. So this is the track which we're talking about today. Yeah, stuff like this. So the center of today's tutorial will be first the analysis of the progression, then how to select the modes, then how to get out the color of the mode. Somebody asked me today, how do I work more with the colors of the chords and modes, and the point is that you need to know the options of each mode you selected. So this is going to be topic of today. Let's now start with the analysis of the little track which is played. If you're totally new into modes, I strongly recommend that you first go through the basics of modes. The links are added in the info cards. So this the progression is A minor 7 to D9 or D7 several times. It's kind of a vamp. Then comes a F9 and E7 sharp 9. So let's see the progression. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these were the chords: A minor 7 to D9, I think 3 times in a row, then F9, E7 sharp 9. Then I made these chords here. This one is A minor 9. This is D9 13. Then we had again F9, F9 9 13. And this one, and we just play the top 4 strings. This is E7 sharp 9 flat 13. Now 2 questions is important for the chords and for the soloing. Where do these additional numbers, which I'm telling you, 9 13 sharp 9 flat 13, these are called options. So, where do those options come from? They come from the mode. Now, first before I come back to the options, we first do an analysis of the track. So, what is the first part here? A minor 7 D9. This A is called a so-called a vamp, a 2/5 vamp. How do we recognize a vamp? It's a pattern which repeats all the time. And this time 3 times or 4 times, I don't know exactly. And how do I recognize which mode I'm going to play on that one? Or I mean, somebody can say, okay, this is clear, this is A minor. So A minor is Aeolian scale. So this will be A minor Aeolian. But this is wrong. Why? Because D7 contains this note here. This is an F sharp. And the F sharp is not part of Aeolian. This would be F sharp. This one here or this one here. So you need to follow the chords which are played to find out the modes. So in this case, A minor. And if you go through this mode here, before this was Aeolian, what is the difference between Aeolian and Dorian? One note. The flat 6 becomes a 6. This was exactly M. So we play A minor Dorian. And of course, in this case, this is a typical 2-5 progression on the D. If we start on the D, turns out to be mixolydian. Yes. So when it comes to A minor to D9, this is a vamp, a Dorian mixolydian vamp. When it comes to F9 or F7, we go back to the normal progressions in A minor. The overall track is A minor. But now, when we go through the chords in A minor, first chord in the diatonic chord progression will be A minor, B minor, 7 flat 5, then will be C major, the fourth will be D minor, the fifth will be E minor, and the sixth, and now we come to the point, will be F major 7, but in this case it's F7. How would we find out which mode is played on F7? We find out by checking the mode here. In this case, if it will be normal A minor, we play Lydian. But now Lydian has a 7, 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, a seventh, but since it's F7, it has a flat 7. So this brings us to the scale, the mode which you're looking for, Lydian flat 7. Or you can turn it the other way. If it's too complicated for you, you just take Lydian and just reduce this and just adapt this one note which is wrong without any theoretical background. And on the E7, of course, we play Phrygian natural 3. That's normal on the 5th. So Phrygian natural 3. So this will be Phrygian. And Phrygian natural 3, you just put up the flat 3 to a 3. Good. So now the options, now we come to the options. Now we know the modes. Now a mode is a summary of 7 notes. Okay? Like in Dorian. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. Now the A minor arpeggio has the 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. There are 3 notes remaining, and these are the so-called options. So we have here the 9, the 11, and the 13. So these are the 3 options which you can play additional. So you can play either A minor 9, you can play A minor 11, or like this, or you can play A minor flat 13. And here you hear, okay, this sounds a bit strange, so some options don't work. So this one doesn't really work in this case. It sounds pretty weird. Same on mixolydian, D7, 1. Mixolydian is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. So the options are 9, 11, 13, which we already had. Let's do the 11. That will bring us to, that doesn't really work, because either you play a sus or a 7th chord. On Lydian flat 7, we have 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. So the option will be 9, sharp 11, and 13. Yeah, and those are the 3 options available. And on the Phrygian natural 3, it would be, so this Phrygian natural 3, flat 2, 4, and flat 6, which would be get us to, and in a little bit beside the sharp 9 as well, so the flat 3. So this will be flat 9, sharp 9, 11, and flat 13. And normally the 11 is not played, so you have flat 9, either flat 9, sharp 9, or with the flat 13. Yeah, so these are the options available. Now on the soloing, you can make yourself an easy time. Since the whole track is in A minor more or less, these are related modes. You can play A minor pentatonics or A blues scale over the entire track. Skip those notes which don't sound great, and then let's see how that works. Blues scale, huh? It works, especially when you play around the blue note. Whoa, there's something with the power going on. Yeah, but as you might have already heard, it's a little bit flat from the expression, not really colorful. Now, if you want to go into the modes, it's cool to play modes. Now, there are a few tricks. I mean, I was talking about the modes before. There's a little trick where you can make your life a little bit easier. If you play the blues scale, but when we're on the spot where you play A minor Dorian and D mixolydian, the main note which defines the Dorian scale is the F sharp. Why? Because all other notes are part of the other modes as well. Only the F sharp is specific for Dorian. So you can highlight the F sharp. And the F sharp, by the way, is the triad of D. D7, so it also works on the D. If you play around the F sharp in the vamp, A minor 7, D7, you're pretty good to go, and then between you can play A minor blues. So let's see how that works. F sharp, see? Now suddenly it sounds totally different. Now, next part comes with the F7. Now, if you want to highlight that part, how you do that? The easiest way is when you change the F sharp to F, and then switch back. And this only this one note which changes. See. And of course on the E, when it comes to E7, you don't need to really go through the heavy mode thing. It's just take this E arpeggio here. These are target notes, so if you go on the chord note like this one here, which is part of Phrygian natural 3, but you don't need to know that because this is the triad of the E7, then it works pretty well. Yeah, and then you just mix it up with the blues scale, and then you're ready to go, and sounds great without too deep theoretical knowledge and practical use. F sharp. See? F, E, yeah, good. Now, if you want to have a more sophisticated sound, then you work on the entire options. So in this case, will be on the A, the 9, the 11, probably the F sharp, then the 13, and these are the same options. No, on the probably on the D we don't do that, or yeah, because there we really need the F sharp. On the F, with the if you really want to define this Lydian thing here, Lydian flat 7, then you need to play the sharp 11, which would be the B here. And on the E, the G sharp is enough because this is the triad of the E. See? Good. So, let's check it out with those options. 9, 11, 13. These were the options in one row. This gives a very open sound. Resolve it. F, sharp 11, G sharp. These were the options above. Again, sharp 11, and here we go on the G sharp. So, you see, you have different ways to solo on the entire thing. If you play more mode-based, then it's really needed that you know a few licks. I'm gonna post some licks in the future, but for today it's just the explanation of different concepts, how you get color into your soloing, and to understand what's going on. So again, repeat A minor blues scale of the entire thing. Works great, and you can build around this. If you're not too much into modes, try to build around step by step. And then the more you get into, then suddenly when the D7 comes, then okay, now I can play a mixolydian lick. On the F, and now I play a Lydian flat 7 lick. And on the E7 I play, I don't know, a Phrygian natural 3 lick or an altered lick. And then you can really start sound jazzy, but from the thinking mode here, start on the simple on the A minor blues, and then if you're feeling relaxed, then try to add any kind of licks, which I show you a little bit, but the licks come later. Play options. I play mixolydian lick. I'm playing licks. Go back to the blues scale. F Lydian. Just as an example, how you can take it the simple way or the complicated way. These were now a few words about improvisational concept on a easy smooth jazz track, playing modes, mixing up with things you know. Leave me your impression in the comments. Jazz is smooth jazz and jazz is a very complicated music form, but you can take it the easy way. It really depends where you come from, what kind of sound you want to create. If you want to sound jazz, you need to go for the modes and the licks. If you want to sound bluesy, you more go for the blues scale. The point is, you can work like 40 years. The concept is easy, but you can really work like 40 years on that stuff to really get more that you are able to express any kind of color and any kind of mode which you want. And therefore, since the thing is so complicated but still easy, leave me your comments what you're interested in. I'm thinking about maybe making kind of a ongoing webinar, especially for jazz or smooth jazz stuff, because this is a music form which you cannot make like one tutorial and then you know it, because it's really complicated and you need to understand the connections between everything. And then once you got those connections, life gets much easier, and then you can start working with colors and pitches as I do. Yeah, so that was it. If you like this lesson, please share and like it. Follow me on Facebook because there's a lot of additional information there. And if you really want to support me, I don't wear one today, get a t-shirt or make a donation. Links are on my website. And I forgot the backing track. The backing track is on my website. Therefore, go to the link called Files and then search for the title of this tutorial. And there you find a link to the backing track if you want. Okay, bye.